Hey, so if you're on a GLP-1 journey like I am, you already know it's a lot. It's a real roller coaster, right? I just wanted to share a little bit about my own experience, the incredible wins, some of the challenges, and what I'm learning about how to best support my body through all these big changes.
And this is it, isn't it? That moment. That moment when the food noise in your head finally just goes quiet. Oh my gosh. It is such a huge, incredible feeling. That's when you know things are really, truly starting to change. It's just amazing. But, after celebrating that progress, I started to think, what's next? I got really curious about the science behind it all. But more than that, I wanted to figure out how I could support my body while it's going through all this. Because it's not just about the number on the scale. It's about feeling genuinely good through the whole process.
So, I've been doing a little digging into some of the new research, and wow, there is a lot of buzz right now about combining GLP-1 meds with something called Orlistat. It's this really fascinating idea about what the future of this journey could look like.
Okay, but before we get carried away, and this is super, super important, I have to be really clear. This is all still in the research phase. It is not FDA approved. So what we're talking about today is just for us to understand the science and see what might be coming down the road.
So the thinking behind this combo is actually pretty simple when you break it down. GLP-1s, as we know, work on the brain to make you feel full and turn down that food noise. But Orlistat, it works in a totally different place, your gut. It actually blocks about 25 to 30% of the fat from being absorbed. So it's like this dual approach, hitting the issue from two different angles.
And this right here is why scientists are getting so excited. By tackling things from both sides, some of the early research suggests this combo could potentially help people lose 15, maybe even 20% of their body weight. I mean, that's a huge number, and it's definitely why this is getting so much attention.
But, and this is a big but, as anyone on this journey knows, those potential results are only half the story. We have to be really honest and talk about what this means for our digestion. Because let's face it, if you don't feel good day to day, this whole journey gets a whole lot harder.
If you've been on a GLP-1, you know the nausea is the real deal. And Orlistat, well, it's pretty famous for causing some interesting digestive changes, like oily stools. So you can imagine, putting them together could be a lot for your system to handle. It's just the reality of it.
And this is so important to remember. Managing these kinds of side effects isn't about just gritting your teeth and toughing it out. No way. It's a really critical, really active part of the process. It's all about listening to your body and giving it what it needs to adapt.
And just on a personal note, one thing that has been a total game changer for me is ginger. Seriously, it's just such a gentle, natural way to help calm my stomach down and ease some of that discomfort that can pop up out of nowhere.
Okay, so speaking of feeling good, there's another piece of this puzzle that I feel like nobody talks about enough, and that's protecting our muscle and our strength. We have to look beyond just the number on the scale and think about the quality of the weight we're losing. Okay, get this. Some of the research shows that up to 30% of the weight we lose on GLP-1s can actually be from our lean muscle, not just fat. 30%. That's a huge number, and it's something we really need to be proactive about if we want to stay strong and healthy for the long run.
And the reason this is so important is that if we lose too much muscle, we can end up feeling weak, It can also lead to that whole skinny fat thing, where the scale looks good, but our body composition and how we actually feel, well, that tells a totally different story.
Right, which brings us to energy levels. I mean, what about the fatigue? When you're eating less, it's just natural that your body is going to feel a little tired while it adjusts. I've definitely felt that. It's just a super common part of the journey.
So to help with that, something I've started using is NAC. It's known for helping support liver health and fat metabolism, and for me, I've found it's been really helpful in just managing those energy levels while my body's doing all this hard work behind the scenes.
So, while all that futuristic combo therapy stuff is really cool to think about, I'm not just sitting around waiting for it. I'm focusing on what my body needs right here, right now. I've kind of come up with my own little body support blueprint.
And for me, it really just boils down to these three things. Number one, soothe and support my digestion, because being comfortable is everything. Number two, actively prioritize protecting my muscle, so I stay strong. And three, do what I can to keep my energy up and support my metabolism. It's pretty simple, but it's been so powerful for me.
Because ultimately, this is my goal. Whatever the next big thing in science is, I want to be ready. I want to show up to that next chapter feeling strong, feeling healthy, and feeling my absolute best. It's all about getting our bodies ready for long-term success.
So I guess I'll just leave you with this little question to chew on. We're all on this path together, figuring things out as we go. Just take a second and think about it. What's one small way you can be kind to your body on its journey today? Thanks for listening.